Audio Jungle.
Greetings to my unbelievable, crazy, limitless, ready for VCon V family all over the world. This is your one and only gorgeous, sexy upline chief Padman Senatiraja, who is a proud student of Dato Sri Vijay in Japadas Bismarck, back here in my home or office, same thing, all right? Been busy as a bumblebee, all right? Planning VCon, planning everything that's happening this year. Guys, at the beginning of the year, when I spoke to my uplines and mentors, Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bismarck, and we spoke about this mantra called limitless, they looked at me and they said, Padman, don't forget what we taught you. All right? Walk the talk. Lead by example. Be your message. And from January 1 until today, all right, everything I do, everything I say, the way I live, I've implemented this mantra of limitless. And I hope you also have done this. That you have to understand that being limitless is unbelievable, guys. It makes you believe more and more that your potential is limitless, that you can get bigger checks, that you can push yourself, that you can push your team, that you can sign up anyone and everyone around the world, that no challenge can stop you, that there's always a rainbow after the rain, all right? That my mind and my heart today is just full of love, joy, that after 18 years of building this business, thinking I have been a bit in a comfort zone and already in a retirement mode, today I feel re-energized, guys, right? That the limitless potential of Padman Senatiraja, thanks to Dato Sri Vijay, all right, is reignited. That I have so much to do this year, and I promise you guys that you are going to max out, that QNet is going to be number one, that we are going to overcome every challenge like that. Whether it takes us 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we will win because we stand for the truth. All right? And I realize that the past 3 months, January, February, and March, that a lot of things around me are changing. All right? And I remember this great lesson Dato Sri Vijay taught me. And I want you to listen to this Wednesday message very carefully to every word I say. And ladies, I mean, don't ignore the face and the eyes. All right? But okay, focus on what I'm saying also. All right, guys, listen to me very carefully. I hate change. A lot of people hate change. I realize for the past 18 years, every time something around me changes, all right, I resist it. Okay, and I realize today it is human nature to resist change. That the comfort zone, mentally or physically or otherwise, is a place that pulls you back, right? That's why it's called a comfort zone. It's not a soft pillow, but it's a place where you have lied to yourself long enough, all right, that you think this is where you are going to live forever and die in that environment or as that person, until someone, something, a great upline like Dato Sri Vijay comes in and implement change. Now change is going to happen every single day, more in network marketing than our normal lives. That in a normal lives, people go to school, get a degree, get a job, get married, have kids, all right, hope the kids grow up to be okay, all right, and then they die. Bottom line. Okay, and in that time, why the lives are so predictable of 95% of society, why people are dead bored, why people don't have joy in their lives, why people have no longer dreams, no longer passion, no longer love in their life, is simply because they have resisted change. Right? Change comes knocking on your door. No, change breaks through your door. You understand? The change that politely comes to you is not change. I have learned in the past 18 years building this organization for the founders that change is not nice. That change is painful. Change forces you to quell your ego. Change comes in different shapes and sizes and is very deceiving. And change forces you to rethink your life decisions. Change forces you to think whether you are doing enough or not. Now, in our journey of network marketing, change is not within our control. It happens to us every single day. And I want to teach you, all right, the 3 words that Dato Sri taught me from day one to handle change. He called it the 3 A's: adapt, adjust, accommodate. All right, adapt, adjust, accommodate. Because if you don't embrace change, all right, that change will cause you more pain, all right, and kill you in your comfort zone. Now, in network marketing, change comes from everywhere, all right, from your commission checks, okay? Sometimes your checks are big, and then when your checks drop, it's a change for whatever reason. The problem is you don't know how to adapt, adjust, accommodate to that change, all right? Instead, you go into depression, and that smaller check becomes a comfort zone, all right? Change forces you to evolve, all right? Forces you to rethink your strategy, forces you to reignite your dream and passion and to raise that check again. But most people whose checks drop, right, which is the biggest change in your life of network marketing, you don't know how to adapt, adjust, accommodate. You don't know how to recover. You don't know how to go back to the basics. You apply the same actions you applied when your checks were high, and it doesn't work. When your checks drop, you have to change. You have to change based on the change of your check. You have to go back to the basics. You have to start new organizations. You have to push yourself harder. You cannot count your money and save it and say, okay, my checks are low, but I made money last time. Now I'm going to spend $1 a day, drink water and eat sand. You understand? You cannot live like that. That you have to brace your checks, and it requires you to change your attitude, how you look at your organization, how you look at your market, how you look at your activity, your actions, how you look at your existing downlines, your uplines, whether you must bring in new people, which you must. That is one of the greatest changes I have been through many times in network marketing, right? And then change happens in your downlines, that today you are so in a comfort zone with a certain group of people, and these people all hold your hands, sing Kumbaya and worship the ground you walk on. Tomorrow you're going to sign up a guy who's going to bring you 2,000 UV a week, but he's not going to sing Kumbaya with you. He's not going to worship the ground you walk on. He may challenge you. He may disagree with you, all right? He may try to change things that you have implemented over 10 years. And what do? You embrace that person. You don't resist that change. You adapt, adjust, accommodate to this new kind of downline, this new kind of organization which needs you to have a different approach towards this group. Maybe they're all professionals, right, and not young. Maybe they're all women, right? Maybe they're all men if you are a woman upline. And you have to constantly adapt, adjust, accommodate to the change in that organization, because it's not like the other organization, all right? Change in markets. You go to a market which is easy, everyone has money, doesn't mean you're successful, all right? And sometimes when change comes, all right, now this is going to blow your mind, all right? You should not change. You should instill the same system and implement the same rules, even though the people may be different in that environment. And sometimes you go to a market, you have to completely change your approach. But you have to constantly be able to adapt, adjust, accommodate. All right? And then you enter a market, things are rocking, and then you face a challenge. And you face a challenge which destroys your comfort zone. You face a challenge or a change that doesn't allow you to operate the same way you used to operate. Doesn't allow you, all right, to operate your systems or your events or language barrier or cultural barrier. Now you need to adapt, adjust, accommodate. Whatever the challenge is, you adjust, adapt, accommodate around it, all right, to overcome it. You still want to go to the other side, which is max out, financial freedom. that you have to constantly be willing to adapt, adjust, accommodate. You have to understand that every challenge comes to you to force you to change. Change forces change. And every change in you, every time you adapt, adjust, accommodate, your situation, your success, your relationships, your organization must improve. If you have to adapt, adjust, accommodated, and things get worse, all right, basic building block number 7, counsel your upline. You're doing something wrong. All right, you change the wrong aspect of your modality or your attitude or your approach. All right, now you have to change as your children grow up. Parents know this. When your kids were 4 years old, they're like, yes, daddy, yes, mommy. All right? But when your kids are 18, they have opinions. All right? And you can't be standing there with the stick and saying, listen to me, I'm your father. No. The kids will move out tomorrow. You have to adapt, adjust, accommodate. All right? To communicate with them. That people around you change. And if you are too stubborn, too arrogant, all right, too egoistic, thinking you're always right, you will lose the relationships that matter to you. That you have to change your approach, all right, when that person changes. That you have a downline who's an amazing woman who just had a child, now you're talking to a mother, you change your approach, all right? You have somebody who's young and youthful, they want aggressiveness. They don't want lectures and advice, they want craziness, all right? They want a different approach. So your ability to change is the key for you to keep growing in life and in the business of QNet. Being stubborn, being egoistic, being arrogant, thinking you're always right because you had success last year or you had great success last week, doesn't mean it's going to last forever unless you practice the 3 A's that Dato instilled in my mind 18 years ago. Adapt, adjust, accommodate. That the world today is changing at a rapid pace, from writing letters to video calls, all right, to taking a boat to another country, today reaching a different continent in 12 hours, to technology, all right, to people changing, that your prospects are not like last time. Today they want to hear about financial freedom. They don't want to hear about $40 additional income. They want to hear about $40,000. That today, because the world has become smaller, that today you're talking to somebody from the Middle East, tomorrow you're talking to somebody from Kazakhstan. Today you're addressing a group of young people, tomorrow you're addressing a great group of women. Right? That today you're in Africa, tomorrow you're in Australia. And you have to be versatile. That our parents, our grandparents never changed. They remained the same. We are a different generation. That evolution, revolution, a shift of attitude, the ability to adapt, adjust, accommodate must be constant. Not only every month, not only every week, but every minute, every hour. That I sit in this office and I meet 200 people a week, and every different personality, every different group, every different time I meet them, I have to adapt, adjust, accommodate for that moment. And I am telling you this, that you are dreamers, you are warriors, you are limitless max out kings and queens. If you want to sustain the level of success, if you want to reach max out, if you want to be one of the great ones like the V partners or the founders, Dato Sri Vijay and Japaras Bismarck, adapt, adjust, accommodate constantly. Alright? Be stubborn will never help you. Alright guys? Remember this lesson today, that your downlines, your market, challenges, your family, your checks, all right, Google, okay, your organization will constantly change. And you have to adapt, adjust, accommodate to every change that happens to you constantly. And that's how you rise. That's how you truly achieve limitless potential. The last 3 months, I've changed the way I think 2 million times. I've changed my approach 2 million times. I've changed the way I live 2 million times. I've changed every aspect of me, every single minute, every single hour, guys. That's how you become limitless. So this week, adapt, adjust, accommodate, and give me the best week of 2017. I love you guys.